go. And a pretty boyfriend, don't go breaking my heart.
Live from Gene Autry Way, welcome to Angel Stadium. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. Our starting pitcher in this one, Reed Detmers. What do you have on him, Singy?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
That's off the inside corner, and we're off and running from Anaheim. And the 1-0. And another ball.
Inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Lane Thomas.
Center fielder, Lane Thomas.
Fastball for a strike. Outside low, and the count even 1-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's back there. Gone off the rocks in center. Touch 'em all time. And they jump out front. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Jose Ramirez.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the second game of the series. Pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
And now 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And up next for Cleveland, Jhonkensy Noel. He was late there. Strike one. Noel
0-1's the
with a
count.
homer in his last game. Now
That's a
one
ball.
missed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
He swings and fouls one off.
This is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That's down and in. And
3
there's a
balls,
ball.
2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. Touches down. That's a hit. Now he'll turn for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Carlos Santana.
There you go.
Santana tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around. Ruled a swing. Next offering misses down and away. On the ground to third. It's in and out of his glove. Still able to fire over. The throw is late, and he reaches safely.
The designated hitter, David Ross.
Two on, 1 out. And now here is David Fry. Ball one there.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter
1-0.
that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Hit in the air, right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on 3. It's 5-zip.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Base is empty, 1 away. So in now for Cleveland, Daniel Schneemann. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Reed Detmers gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Tyler
the Angels,
Anderson into the game.
number 31.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. Good power, not great in the OBP department. There's a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. And he deals. The shortstop takes the ball. Activity in the bullpen. Chase Silseth, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Swing and a miss. Throws to first in time. Well done behind the dish. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And Naylor swings through that one.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Man at second. Naylor checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. Hit on the ground to short. Neto slings to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Angel Stadium, and on the hill, Gavin Williams. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
We go to the bottom of the first. So in now for the Angels, Luis Rengifo, 0-1.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
Next pitch is inside, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
That's one of those lookout pitches. As soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand, you start bracing for impact, knowing that it's going to be hard to get out of the way of that one.
Nolan Schanuel in the box now. No balls and a strike. Late on that fastball.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's outside. That's to third. Fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Swings and misses, and now 1 away.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
Jorge Soler, the next to hit, takes ball 1. There's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
That one close, ruled a ball. 2-1.
1 strike.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Rengifo on second. Shanuel over at first with 1 away. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Noel hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting fifth.
All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Saying they got their work cut out for them, down a busload already in this one.
And a manager does not want to see his hitters going to the plate swinging like it's a home run derby. He wants hitters to put together quality at bats, play the game that you've been playing and that you've been taught to play with this organization, and go out there and move the line. If you do that, you're going to score some runs. Maybe you don't win this ball game, but at least you have some momentum to carry into the next one. A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. And that's a base hit. 1 run across. Runner holds it third, respecting the big arm in center field.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Hey.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
That's ball 2. 2-2 now.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. Going, gone. That one felt good. It's 5-4.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now, Taylor Ward pulls that one foul. Popped up. Naylor gets under it. Drops into the glove, and that's the inning. but not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. Second inning set to go. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Steven Kwan. Anderson back to work. That one fouled off. That pitch gets the inside corner, and it's 0-2. That one missed. That missed inside. 2-2.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one the other way. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
No, that's a really tough play no matter who you are, but I think he has a chance to get him at first if he's just able to get that throw off a little quicker. It looked like he took one extra step to set himself and get a grip on the ball.
And up next for Cleveland, Lane Thomas. He's already homered in this game. And there's a strike. Anderson, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, a sinker, and he works in a slider. Late on that fastball.
Double play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
One ball, two strikes.
In the dirt. Kwan on at first. Nobody out. Stays alive. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Two strikes.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. And a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
First and second, 1 out. Now here is Jhonkensy Noel upstairs.
Nope.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground to second, might be 2. Neto for 1, and that's 2. So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Guardians 5 and the Angels 4. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Mickey Moniak. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-1. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them. Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Now a chance for Zach Neto. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And that's strike one. One out, base is empty. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next with the Angels, second baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Luis Rengifo. Strike on the inside corner.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Guardians 5 and the Angels 4. Back in Anaheim, and here is Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
Headed towards the corner. And an automatic double now as it hops the wall and foul ground.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Fry now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
You know, these Guardians really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook. I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Fly ball center field. Moniak on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put with one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann doubled his first time. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
And now
That's
the
a ball.
count is even. One
One
out
ball, one
and a
strike.
runner at second. Blind drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Now here is Gabriel Arias. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And there's a foul ball. That one missing inside. Santana on third. Schneemann at first. One gone. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide.
Ripped into center, base hit. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single. It's 6-4.
Well done. Drives in the run. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
So up next, Stephen Kwan. He's 2 for 2. Right side, hard hit. Shadowell takes it to the bag. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. You're dialed into the show.
Now pitching for
Bottom
Cleveland,
half of the third, and they bring in a new
Number
pitcher,
34.
Paul Sewald.
Paul Sewald.
And now the first baseman, Nolan Shadowell. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Shadowell.
Shadowell, in his second season, 23 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's Mike Trout. And foul ball. Late on that fastball.
0-2 is the count.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Struck him out looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. Flied to right his first time. Pitch
that's
misses
off the plate.
inside. 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Man, that was
one ball,
pretty
one
gross
strike.
right there.
Man at first, one away. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Ohapi in the box now. Takes strike one. Shadowell over at second. Soler over at first with one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity
One ball,
or the location
2 strikes.
of this next pitch is going to be.
2 on, 1 out. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Good eye right there.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there in the mound.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Here is Yoan Moncada. He's already homered here in this one. That's in for a strike. First and second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Ripped on a line. Squeezes it, and that's the third out. So they strand a pair. 3 innings complete. It's the Guardians 6 and the Angels 4. Back here at Angel Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, Lane Thomas. First
Ball,
pitch misses. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. In time to get him. One away and a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Jose Ramirez will hit next. 1 for 2. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that one is lifted in the air. Trout sizing it up. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder.
Now it's the right
Noel.
fielder, Jhonkensy Noel. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Guardians 6 and the Angels 4. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Left fielder, Taylor.
And that's
Ball
off
inside.
the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Angels putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits when they're behind in the count. That says they're absolutely battling at the plate and just not giving up, despite what the count says.
The relay throw.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A little bit out in front of that off-speed pitch on the inside part of the plate, but he did just enough to drop it in fair down the line.
Next to hit, Mickey Moniak. Swings through that.
All 1's the count.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ward aboard here at first with nobody out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
So digging in, Zach Neto. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. The Guardians leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just
Nope,
misses
that's the ball.
with that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
This one popped up, middle of the infield. Arias. And he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Angels leave 1. They trail it here, 6-4. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. And here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Anderson back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Guardians really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Now this is in the air down the line. Trout on his horse. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that is out of play. That misses. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a foul, out of play. One down, base is empty. That one
That's
just
ball 2.
misses.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
This one in the air. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Daniel Schneemann.
And the batter now, Daniel Schneemann. The pick behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Neto on his way over. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And that is that. Guardians fail to score. They're up 6-4.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland.
now to start the bottom of the 5th and
Number
taking over on the
33.
mound, Hunter Gaddis.
Hunter Gaddis.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
That one ripped. Kwan sprinting after it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And the 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good job to fight that one off. And
One
that
ball,
skips in the
2
dirt.
strikes.
And foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now batting, Mike Trout, 0 for 2 in this one. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. The Guardians up by 2, last half of inning number 5.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Soler now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Inside, ball 1.
Gonna count 1 and 2.
Ooh, Baya.
1 ball.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Got him looking, and he strikes out the side in the 5th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 57. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gabriel Arias. Down and away for ball 1. Arias, in his 2nd season, 25 years old, usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop. This to 3rd. Moncada tossed to 1st. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. And that's ball downstairs. 1. And that is ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Jose Suarez up and throwing. Gonzalez getting cranked up as well. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Ward, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that's one a little below the knees. Ball 1. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
2 outs, base is empty. A rope into right, and that's a base hit.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here's the center fielder, Lane Thomas. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a two-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
That one lifted to left. Ward sizing it up and makes the grab. And that'll do it. So one hit is all they get. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Guardians 6 and the Angels 4. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the power hitting catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Foul ball there. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
It's a tough at bat right there. You go up trying to be aggressive, fall behind 0-2 in the count, and then spit on one you think's a ball, only to get rung up. Probably a little too close to take, though.
Yeah, he had it right. StatCast showed that one missing this zone, but not by a lot. And now Yoan Moncada. Fought off foul. The 0-1. That's a strike. That's down and in. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The Angels down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. High fly ball out to left field. Kwan on the move. Can't get the glove to this one. It falls in. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
One out, runner at second. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. Lifted in the air, out to left. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder.
So 2 down now, and here is Mickey Moniak. Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one.
That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. The run comes in from second, and now they trail by 1. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Big RBI for him right there. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Chance now to even this game if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunity.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, inside of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Suarez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez, 1 for 3. On the ground, just fair for a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Jhonkensy Noel digs in for the Guardians. Line drive, base hit. They're waving Ramirez home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
All over that one right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now David Fry right through there for a strike. Trying to move the runners over. Moncada. Off balance speed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And now it's going to be Daniel Schneemann. And that one's a little bit low. Ball 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Just off the outside corner. And that's ball 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
And there's the ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two on, 2 outs. Down the line, it's a base hit. Runner from third into score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jose Suarez won't go any further tonight, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching
Victor Gonzalez taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
First and second, 2 outs. Naylor, the next to hit. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is fouled back. And down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. 7th inning stretch time. Guardians 8 and the Halos 5. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joey Cantillo. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. And the batter now, Luis Rengifo. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a ground ball. Ramirez sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nolan Schanuel. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Just missed. The Guardians leading by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missed. And there's the automatic. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And now the right fielder, Mike Trout. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And now 2-1. Schanuel over at first with 1 away. This one in the dirt.
2-2 down.
Two. High in the air, out to right. Noel under it. Makes the grab. That's out number 2. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Just missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That misses, and the count 2-1. Out towards right center field. Noel giving chase. And it gets by him. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Now batting, catcher,
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Logan O'Hoppe, the next to hit for the Angels.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive
Ball,
right here.
Inside just missed. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. And a count 1-2.
He's begging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Base hit into the outfield. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 8-6.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
On the ground to the left, Arias. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 8-6. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. And Joyce.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Back to the top of the order now. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Grounds 1 to short. Neto. First out in the top of the 8th.
now batting, center fielder Lane Thomas.
Lane Thomas now at the plate. Just missed. Action in the Angels bullpen. Jose Quijada appears to be getting loose. Swing and a miss. And 1-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
In the air, right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman Jose Ramirez.
So up next, Jose Ramirez.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Ball in.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And that drops in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, center field. Moniak under it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. Last half of the 8th coming up. Guardians 8 and the Angels 6.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Cade Smith.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Ward stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
1-1.
That's too
No
low,
touchdown.
and it's 2-1. On the ground to short, Arias. Tosses to first,
out.
and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Moniak batting with one down, takes a strike. And ball one.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next
Ball
one just
two.
misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 down.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto. 0 for 3 in this one. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He flexes his power with that swing. His second of the year. It's 8-7. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
So 2 away with nobody on. Luis Rengifo digs in now. That's in there. That's strike 1. Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Comes up empty.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But the Angels draw a bit closer thanks to this solo homer. And this is now an 8-7 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
What now? Jump out. About to get on your bumper. Shorty that's with me gon' shoot like a jumper. Rounds get the rain and go boom.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Now at the plate, Jhonkensy Noel. Joyce back to work. 1-0-1 on the gun. Swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Jose Quijada, the left-hander, up and throwing. And that's too high.
Probably missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Strikes him out with 1-0-1.
Don't see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
And first offering is fouled off. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Smoked on the ground a second. Sends it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead.
Now pitching for the
Jose
Angels.
Quijada, ready or not, in the game now after the injury. He's into the game with the bases empty. David Fry getting ready to hit. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
Wow. 0-1's the count.
That's not even close to the zone.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the
No
zone.
ball, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to short. Neto. In plenty of time to first, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. Guardians 8 and the Angels 7. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Emmanuel Clase. A chance at his first save of the year. Shanono, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Late swing, foul to the left. One-run game, bottom 9. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Great location with that 2-strike fastball. I'll tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with 2 strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball still 0-2. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
No strike.
Soler in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Ball 2.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Substitution being made at first. On a pinch run, Joe Adell.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Ohapi in the box now, takes strike 1. Oh, and this one's blasted high and deep. It's on its way out of here. Ball game. A 2-run shot, a walk-off win in the bottom of the 9th.
Homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with a big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
And the final here today, 9-8. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.